I don't know whether that's any better. I hope it is. I'm so sorry. I'm so rubbish at tech. It's really, really awful when I'm kind of left to it, but I'm hoping that will fix it. I've just checked to see what my headphones are, which it should be the same as my microphone. So hopefully that's fixed it. It may not have done. Um, is that better? Oh, brilliant. Okay, I worked it out then. I'm so sorry for that. That is just awful. I hate it when sound isn't right. So apologies to everyone in the chat. Thank you for being patient with me. I'm absolutely rubbish at tech. So just going to say hello to people in the chat. So Pleasant Valley Picker was first in. So hello Pleasant Valley. Then we've got Dave in as well. And Zahir's walking. Yeah, I know. This is what happens when I'm left to it. I can actually find my way around it eventually. I just checked to see what my headset was on, like because I only have my PC sound coming through my headphones. So I checked on the computer what that was set to, and then just changed the audio to the same thing. So yeah, I managed to sort it out. Anyway, I'm going to get on. I don't know how this is going to work. I'm hoping this is in frame. I did do a quick test earlier and I kind of felt like this was kind of like the best view. So we'll get on. Um, you're a pro. I am so not a pro. As you can see, I've actually done quite a lot of knitting. I finished my project, which was knitting some fingerless gloves to go with my hat and scarf. I did that off stream. I finished those this week, and I didn't really have anything else to knit. So the last couple of evenings, I've actually been sitting down and working on this, and so I've actually done quite a lot. I've come off of the ribbing. I've actually changed to a different size needle now, and so we are just working in stocking stocking stitch, which is a knit row and then a purl row. So I like this stitch. It's like a regular stitch that you use quite often, and I just like doing it. It's like the go-to. Um, Most things have this stitch in it. Um, Dave says George is going to do his first live stream in an hour. I know. He tagged me in a post on Instagram. I've just seen it. That is going to be pretty awesome. So I'm not going to run over. I'm actually going to make sure I actually finish for 8:30 because I'm probably going to want to go across and see George Ross on his first live. It's really awesome. I can't believe he's already hit like 1,000 subscribers. It just feels, it probably isn't a short amount of time, but it feels like it's been a short amount of time. So I think that's really, really awesome that he's done that. So yes, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to his stream later. Money Mentor says sound quality is really good on the headset. Maybe I should go for Princess Leia look as well. Yeah, it's a good look. No, I am I'm pretty comfortable with the headset. I mean, I used to game quite a lot back in back when I was younger, so I'm kind of used to using like headsets and stuff like that. So ah, I quite like it, and sounds good as well. It does sound good. Major progress on the jumper. Yeah, it is Pleasant Valley. I'm really happy with it. It's really come along. Like I said, the last couple of evenings I've just been sitting down and um, doing probably about an hour or two in the evening when I'm finishing work, just to kind of relax at the end of my day. So, and when I get a chance to do that, it will kind of come along really, really quickly. I don't know if I've missed anything. Um, Perhaps he's done his hair up for the stream. Give some tips to Z. You know what? I don't think Zahir is ever going to change with his hair. He's always just going to have the look that he does. I think it's fine. I think it suits Zahir. Hi, Defy Glamour. Thanks for popping into the chat and joining us this evening. Look at these OBS graphics too. I know, right? It's pretty cool, isn't it? No, the graphics I actually just downloaded. I use is it Streamlabs OBS, and I actually downloaded it from there to put on the stream. I actually downloaded it a while ago because I knew eventually I would end up getting the two webcams sorted. I mean, it's not a new webcam. I'm just using the one that we had at the office, and then Zahir can move it downstairs once we're done. We'll just move it from PC to PC because it just unplugs. And I think someone kind of mentioned that on Friday on the Chinwag, that webcams do unplug, and Zahir was like, that's a really good point. I could just bring it home and then take it back if I want it. Oh yeah, just noticed twin cams as well. Yeah, I do apologise. While I'm knitting, I won't necessarily look at the webcam. If I do talk, I will try and address the camera. But while I'm knitting, if I'm knitting and talking at the same time, I'm sorry, I won't be looking at the webcam. But at least I'm on the screen somehow. um, oh, one of your grandmothers was named Leia. She didn't fly around in spaceships though. I think it's a really nice name. I really like it. I actually wanted to call one of the girls Leia. Zahir was not so keen on the idea. Along with he didn't like Jasmine either, and I like Jasmine. And yeah, so I we had to compromise on their names. um, oh, evening, Karen. Thanks for popping into the chat. Um, you're ahead of me with graphics. I'm using a green screen right now. That's pretty advanced though, having a green screen. I would think so. I wouldn't even know what to do with that. Is webcam staying at home for now? I think we may be moving it to and from the office space. So although I've got it on this computer at the moment, because his computer's back home, because we did sort out a computer for the office, I think what we would do is we'll move it between the two places at the moment until we get a proper setup. He's left his mic there still because we use the headsets quite a lot at home anyway. So I don't know how it's going to work for the Friday night chat. We're still trying to work that out as to whether we end up bringing the mic back home as well. And then he can just maybe use the headset. I don't know. Yeah, very tech savvy. It really isn't. It's just like download it, and then Zahir actually set up the screens for me because I was making an awful mess because I wanted like my hands to be like on the main screen, and then like the webcam to be like with me in it, like to be smaller. And it was just he was helping me a lot because it's about layering it, and I have got no clue, and he sorted it out within like 5 minutes it felt. So I think Jasmine and Leia are ace names. Yeah, I think they're pretty cool names. I think they're pretty cool names. But yeah, he wasn't keen on either of them. So we ended up deciding on obviously Hannah and Zara. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Dave says I'm called Chewbacca at work. Oh, I don't know. Why are you called Chewbacca at work? I'm guessing it's because you're quite tall. Um, no, you don't hear it much anymore. You really don't. There's a few names like that that you don't really hear much of. I suppose it goes around in like a cycle, doesn't it? They kind of fall in and out of fashion, really. Um, I didn't mark my row down. Don't forget to mark your row. That would help. Yeah, they go in and out of fashion, don't they? So, how has everyone's week been? Um, have you been enjoying your week and your weekend so far? Anyone gone sourcing at all? Um, we well, I say we didn't really go sourcing. We kind of did a little bit. We didn't go to a boot sale this morning, but we went around a few charity shops. We It's Zara's birthday on Monday, so we had to. It's the first time we've had a chance to go out shopping for her. So I had to go out and get all her birthday presents and get her cake sorted and things like that today. But while we were out, obviously, we went round to some charity shops as well, which is pretty cool. I didn't find anything to resell. Zahir did. I bought a nice little dress for myself though, from one of the charity shops, which would be nice for summer. And yeah, but Zahir picked up some jeans, and I know we shouldn't be buying jackets at this time of year, but it was a M&S men's jacket, which was, I think it was wool, I think, but it was like really, really long. Like it's like one of those, down to the calf kind of long jackets. So it'll probably sit around for a bit, but when they were only charging £1.50 for it, it was kind of hard to say no. I did try and be fussy with the women's coats though, because I've got a whole bunch of women's coats that I need to list that are in. This is the only bit of stock that's still at home are the coats, and they are taking up part of Zahir's wardrobe, which I have promised him I will get to and sort out and move out of there, because it's only fair. Everything else has gone to the office, so the coats need to go there as well. And so then he can have his wardrobe back, because he needs his wardrobe back. And I think he would really prefer it if he didn't have a bunch of women's coats in his wardrobe. So I need to get on and do that soon, just to get that out of the way. And like I said, some of them, I think only about 5 of the coats at home are actually listed, and then the rest of them need listing. So but I might take the opportunity to kind of get rid of some of them, like redonate them, because they are in good condition. It's just that I've had them, some of them, for a year or two now, and I know they're unlisted at the moment, but they have been listed at some point, and that they didn't sell through the winter season. So I'm kind of like, do I really want to hold on to it for another year, or shall I just get rid of it? And my thinking is probably will just redonate it. So yes. Zahir says he's back from walking Alf. Hello, Zahir. Although I've seen you all day. um, let's start a campaign to bring back the name Leia. Yeah, we should. I like simple names, short and sweet. Yeah, I do too. I think that's why me and Zahir both agreed on Hannah and Zara, because they're just really just simple names. Yeah. What are you talking about? Your face? What happened? I don't know. What happened? You're confusing me, Zahir. Um, South walking you. Yeah, he always walks us. It's never the other way. Oh, okay, okay. We were talking to DBG. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on the chat. Um, that doesn't sound good. Death by Glamour. Man, I'm so behind. Wait, I'm gonna kind of go down, because I've just really noticed I'm so behind in the chat, because all I've been doing is knitting and not like looking at the chat. But that's okay. You guys can talk between yourself, and I'll try and I'll try it. There we go. I'm at the bottom, so I'll try and keep up now. Oh, you're talking about accents. Yeah, there's some cool accents. Obviously, because we're living up in the north west of England, we are from the south. Our accent stands out um, quite a lot, shall we say? Um, and it especially stands out at work. And a lot of the patients always comment on my accent and that I'm not from around here, am I? So, yeah. So accents are there's pretty cool accents. Are you talking about the Welsh accent? Yeah, it is. It is a pretty cool accent. Yeah, and I'd agree with you about Lexi's accent. Right, there we go. We are getting to the end of this row, which is good. So Ryan's over on Twitch because if you guys don't know, I am streaming on Twitch as well as YouTube. And he has said, "Tell Z I'm proud. He's hooked you up with a proper setup." He has, hasn't he? Yeah, he actually sorted this out for me. It would have taken me ages to do, and he actually sorted this out. So I'm really, really glad that he did that for me. It would have taken me ages, honestly. I'm not the best at tech. Um, oh, let's not go through there. Let's go through there. Yeah. So Ryan says, "Tell him we need a foot cam when he's playing Fortnite to see him twitching." Uh, I don't think he's going to do that, and I think he can tell that he's twitching from his frustration in his voice, and when he's got a webcam on, also from his face. You can tell that he's not too happy. Um, yeah, no, I know, Zahir, you do like that accent, don't you? Still got that old razor mouse mat though. Always room for improvement. Absolutely, yeah. But I do like the length of the mouse mat because it goes like right across the desk. So I do like it, and I know I could probably upgrade and do like have a better a better one. But I'm pretty happy with this one. Mm. Sorry, I've gone mega quiet. Oh, a graphics card overheating. No, hopefully not. I hope not. So he's downstairs now. So if it all fails, um, he will hopefully come up here and sort it out. And like he says, I am not aware of this, but he says it's okay. GTX 680 has 3 fans. And she probably knocked a wire is all. Okay. Yeah, I could have possibly knocked a wire. I do fidget. You guys know I fidget quite a lot, so I possibly did. The thing is, I moved my headset, so maybe I did actually, because my headset was tangled up with some wires, so it could have been that. DVG says, I just love any accent that's not Irish. I really like the Irish accent. And Ryan over on Twitch is saying, why don't Z support on Twitch? Such a sellout. Hang on, I can't read it because it's just jumped. Such a sellout, old school Twitch guy like him. I expect better. I know, I know. And do you know what, Ryan? It's probably because he's watching someone else on Twitch. Um, he could have two screens set up. He's got two screens downstairs. Could have. He's probably put me on his phone and then he's got someone else on Twitch on the PC. That's what it is. And not as many accents in Canada compared to UK, it seems. Yeah, there's quite a few different accents in the UK, but it's good. It's all down to like the area, isn't it? And Ryan is saying, tell Z you want a GTX 1080 next to go with your i7 match made in heaven. Yeah, it's going to be a while before I upgrade any of the PC. I think Zahir's needs sorting before mine does. I overall, it sounds really silly, but I'm overall really happy with my PC. I know it's like really old. I really know, but I'm pretty happy with what I use it for. I use it for a bit of video editing and obviously streaming. And I would say I use it for eBay, but I don't really do that anymore because of the office. So yeah, I although my daughter does use it for The Sims, so but it handles the stuff we need it to do. So that's why I'm kind of pretty happy with it overall. Zahir saying the webcam on the knitting is so much better than before. It's it's wicked sharp. So you're doing the whole is it Goodwill Hunting thing now? It's wicked smart, wicked sharp. Yeah. Uh, it is. I'm hoping it looks good. I'm hoping it looks good. Um, Zahir saying he can't see Ryan's chat over on Twitch. Hopefully you can now. Ryan's asking for some mod status. I don't think I can do it from here. I think I have to go into Twitch, don't I? I think I'll sort it out for next time, Ryan. Because I'm not actually on the Twitch screen, but I will sort it out. Um, there we go. Sorry, I've gone mega quiet. I am sorry. My daughter's practicing on the keyboard. I can hear her. even though I've got headphones on. But the thing is, I've got nothing playing through my headphones, so of course I can hear her because she's. I don't know if you guys can hear her, but she's self-taught. It's really awesome. I love the fact that she has that interest and she just sits down and she practices. She plays the ukulele as well, so she's learning the keyboard, and she said she also wants to learn the guitar, which we are probably going to have to sort out for her soon because it is something that I really, really would. um, it is it is really good that she can that she's got that discipline to teach herself. I think that's really awesome. So I am trying to keep this in frame so that you can see. You can see that my wire on my circular needle is a little bit long for what I'm doing, so it kind of twists up on itself. I couldn't find my shorter one, so I'm having to use this one right now. It's around somewhere. It's going to be in one of my knitting bags. I have about 3 knitting bags, which I should probably just have one because then I would know where it is, and then just have my like the drawers behind me. You can't see, but I've got drawers behind me that I have like most of my knitting needles. And normally in one of the knitting bags, I would just have like the needles that I'm actually knitting with at the time. And I've clearly moved it into one of the knitting bags, and I just haven't had a chance to try and go and find it. I did have a look the other day, but it was like one of those rushed looks where you're not really looking. It was one of those, so I was just like, I'm hoping to sort it out for the stream, but no, it didn't happen. I did a rushed look and I couldn't find it, so I was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna go on with this one, and then I'll sort it out for the next stream. Hopefully, I might even go and have a look later tonight when I get off stream and see if I can find it. But like I said, it's probably in one of my knitting bags that I've kind of started a project in and kind of got on the go at the moment and left it. Zahir is saying over on Twitch that Ryan isn't mod material. I think you're just trying to wind Ryan up now, Zahir. um, Hello, Kenobi, the general. So I think I missed your comment. So hello there. And you're asking. I'm guessing you're asking how to deal with the fact that your crush is moving to another country. I I really wouldn't know. Um, I don't know. Does she know, or does he know that that you like them? Is what I would say. Because that would probably be quite tough. But I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to give advice on that. I'm sorry. Defy Glamour says never seen any Star Wars movies. No way. Have you not? I think we were. I think we were actually raised, not raised on them, but it was very much a massive thing of our childhood as growing up with Star Wars. Um, yeah. I like Star Wars quite a lot. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Why did I miss your knitting question, Ryan? I don't know. Where's your knitting question? Let me just have a look at the Twitch chat because then I can see what your knitting question was. Um, okay. Knitting related comment incoming. What's the fishing line for? Okay, it's not a fishing line. This is actually a circular needle. I'll show you in a second once I get to the end of the row. And all it is um, it keeps your knitting all secure. So normally with knitting needles, you have like, I haven't got one to hand. No, I haven't got one to hand. Um, I'll show you. One second. Let me just move. There we go. So normally with knitting needles, you just have like the end bit. But you can have. Let me just poke that back in there. Sorry. Um, but you can have like your knitting needles where you have like the two ends, and the way they join is like with the needle, and it's good for things like when you're knitting hats and socks, and having to knit kind of on the round. But I like using the circular needle to kind of distribute the weight a bit when I'm knitting. So on so like if you are doing like a jumper or something like that, it's I find it helps with like being able to spread your knitting across the needles. I just prefer them. Um, so unless I'm doing like a really small project that really does need to have like, you know, the kind of like the regular like needles, I suppose. Um, I tend to use these if I can. But yeah, that's what the fishing wire is. But it's not really fishing wire. But I hope that answered your question. um, there's a bit of film talk. See, I tried to keep it on topic, but no, you have other ideas. Ah, you know what? With a Stitch and Bitch stream, you can talk about anything. It's you know it's a it's fine to have like the knitting chat. I don't mind a bit of knitting chat. That's absolutely fine. But you can just have a general chat as well. It's kind of like when you go to like, well, unless you've been to like a knitting like knitting group or to socially knit, it's not always about the knitting. Although you can end up talking about the knitting, you end up just talking about just life in general, and what you've been up to and that sort of thing, really. So I don't mind. I don't mind a bit of knitting chat, but you can chat about anything, really. I don't mind. Um, Shawshank Redemption, best movie of all time. That was Death by Glamour saying that. That's why I did say, you may not have been to like a knitting group. Um, Saying that, I can't actually say that I have actually um, been to a knitting group because of like YouTube now and stuff like that. I watch people on Twitch knit, and there's a lady on YouTube that I follow on YouTube, and she does like a live Stitch and Bitch, and I love kind of catching up with hers. She's over in Canada. I don't always catch it live, but I love catching up on it after after she streams. So, but yeah. It's like a reading club, isn't it? Let's meet up and read in silence together. Great idea, no offence meant, of course. I know what you're saying, but with knitting you can chat as well. As long as you can concentrate on what you're doing, as well as talk. It is. It's you know, I manage it. Apart from when I'm doing like a pattern and then I keep messing up at chatting at the same time as knitting, but generally, like like in the evenings when I sit and watch TV, like it's on in the background, so I can just I'm listening in really, and then just keeping an eye on what I'm doing. Otherwise, my stitches would be all over the place if I didn't pay attention. But yeah, it is. I suppose, yeah, it is. Um, okay, I'm not getting involved in what you guys are talking over on Twitch. There we go. My knitting has got a really. No, it isn't. It's okay. It's just me. It's me stretching it out. That's fine. Zahir, I can't believe you said that. Actually, after what I was watching last night, yeah, I suppose you could. What was it I was watching last night, Zahir? That singing one. Oh, what's it called? I can't even remember the name of the movie. I'm awful with names. Like when it comes to music and things like that. Like I know that I like a song, but then I can't for the life of me remember what the song is called or like who sings it. Um, or even if I know what it's called, I won't know who it's sung by. I'm really awful like that. And pretty much the same with movies. Like movies, Zahir will sometimes say to me, "Have you seen this?" And I'll be like, "No." And then I go, and then I actually go, "Oh yeah, I have actually." When we actually get around to watching it, and I'm like, "Actually, I have seen it." The only exception to that is because Zahir's quite upset because I've never seen Indiana Jones. Um, I don't know. It's just something I've never watched. And Zahir's actually quite offended that I have never watched it. And he says to me, "You've got to watch it." And I'm like, I'm not really that fussed, if I'm honest. Um, and he just doesn't get that and doesn't understand that. So that's why he's saying I've got really bad film taste. I like. Do you know what? I like light-hearted movies. And I'm sure Indiana Jones is very light-hearted. It's very. I think it's action-based, isn't it? I don't even know. To be quite honest, I really don't know. Um, Action adventure maybe is what you'd probably class it as. I haven't got a clue because I haven't watched it. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I don't think my movie taste is rubbish. I suppose I don't know. I like feel good movies, like things that are going to make you smile, make you happy. I love cheesy Christmas movies. Absolutely love them. Even like ones that you've never even heard of, I will watch because I really do like a bit of cheesy Christmas. You know, like I said, I like stuff that makes you feel good. I like watching those sort of movies. Dave's saying, "So here you're on the sofa tonight." Hi, yeah. You know what, Dave? He says this quite a lot about my movie taste. I, it doesn't really bother me. We have different tastes in music and in movies, and it really doesn't bother me. I know Pleasant Valley. I know. Yes, I am seeing the YouTube chat. The thing is, I'm really, really far behind. Um, so I am trying to scroll down, but I think I'm missing bits as I'm scrolling down. So yeah, I can see it. Please don't think I'm ignoring the chat. I'm kind of struggling to keep up with it a little bit actually, because I'm looking at my knitting, and then when I look up, it's like really far behind. Um, so yeah, struggling with keeping up a bit, but yeah, I can see it. So here, um, it. I don't know whether I might actually have, but then it doesn't really make sense because like because with Restream I've got like both chats that I can kind of see, but then over on this screen I've got like the Twitch chat that I can see, like, which is quite obvious, and then I've got the Restream on here. So maybe it's because I'm using Restream, but then I don't really want to separate the chats either like that. I want to try and keep the chats in check because they do come through in like time order as it were, whereas um, I think I'm kind of missing bits. Uh, um, oh, it was Death by Glamour's comment was replying to I think Pleasant Valley. Um, oh yeah, yeah. I think is that why you asked me if I'm seeing the YouTube chat? Yeah. So here I'm a bit behind because you just pointed out that I hadn't seen Indiana Jones. Yeah, I haven't. Oh my god, I know. What about Dirty Dancing? Yeah, I've seen that movie. I just love chick flicks. Yeah, exactly, exactly. I do. Can we get a new gaming chair? No, I don't want a gaming chair. See, I'm just catching up. And then I'm going to be really far behind. Oh, evening, Heather. Thanks for popping into the chat. I'm so sorry. I'm like really behind on the chat. Um, you say can't need to save my life, but fun to watch. Oh, well, thank you for popping in the chat, Heather. I appreciate it. Um, Let me just move that around. See, because this wire is a little bit long, it's a bit fiddly when I'm changing sides. Um, oh, Look Who's Talking is a great. Oh yeah, I love Look Who's Talking. Uh, and love Top Gun. Oh, I like Top Gun as well. I've seen that movie. See, I've seen some good movies. I think, in my opinion. I know Zahir doesn't agree with my taste in movies, but we can't all like the same things. Look Who's Talking is funny. Yeah, it is. It is definitely. Um, Presumably Becks has seen the Goonies. Yeah, I've seen the Goonies. Right, that's one I haven't seen, Dave. Love Weird Science. Not got a clue what that is. And Money Mental says he loves Weird Science too. Yeah, I'm not aware of that one. No clue. No idea. Evening, Margaret Stewart. Sorry, I've only just got to your comment, but thank you for joining us this evening. Um, what is your favourite film? Oh, that's a tough one. I would probably say, um, probably like the Grease movies. Mainly because I've just watched them so many times. It's just something that I love watching. It reminds me of my childhood and watching movies with my cousins and my aunts and uncles. We used to love watching like the musicals, um, and Grease was probably one of those movies that was just always, always the ones that we when we used to get together and like we all used to go to my nan's house, um, when we're raiding like the VHS tapes, um, and Grease was always one of our favourites to put on. So yeah, it just reminds me of being a kid and watching those movies with family. So those that's probably probably my favourite film. Um, okay. So I keep stopping to kind of scroll down the chat because I know I'm really far behind. Okay, there's a bit of Brexit chat in the chat. Um, Dave's asking favorite cartoon from the early days. Cartoons. I don't know. I don't know if I'm honest. Favorite cartoon. Well, like one that I could go back and watch now. I don't think I could go back and watch any of them. Um, but I used to love watching. It's like Saturday morning TV. So we used to sit and watch the raccoons. Um, there was the turtles as well. And then we used to watch after school, and I don't know if any of you guys used to watch these, but the Telebots, is it? We used to love watching that as well. So I can't say that I've got a favourite out of any of them, because then there was like rag dolls as well. I liked rag dolls. Um, yeah, there's just a few. Knitting question number 2: how do you attach the sleeve to the main body after or on it? So each of the like the back, front, and the sleeves are actually knitted all separately, and then you sew them on like when you like when, once you're all finished. Um, there are some patterns where you can sew the arms into place um, as you kind of knit the remaining like the last bit of the knitting, so you can join it in that way. This isn't one of those tops. This is actually knitted with back, front, and sleeves done separately. So I'll have to sew them on at the end. So there we go, to answer your knitting question number 2. Um, Money Mentor saying Danger Mouse or Super Ted. Oh yeah, I forgot about those. I was probably more of a Super Ted fan than a Danger Mouse though. Oh, Dexter's Lab and Rugrats. Oh yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, I loved the Rugrats actually. When I when I when we first got a PC, I actually tried making using like one of the paint programs, making like the Rugrats characters in the paint programs. Took me forever, and I don't think I even finished doing all of them. Um, Transformers. One of my other crazy faves was, I don't even know how to say that. I answered that, Zahir, I think. I've only just gotten to your chat at the bottom. We are nearly at the end of this row. My favourite bands. I don't know. That's a tough one, actually. I like I'd say like quite a range of music, really. Um, Pink is one of my favourite artists. Um, I've followed her for many years. I think I've said this on stream before. Um, but when it comes to bands, I don't know, actually. I don't know. I can't think of one on the top of my head that I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely just love them. Um, yeah, I don't know. Pink's my favourite artist, though. There you go. Margaret Stewart's asking, what software are you using to stream two pictures, if you don't mind me asking? I'm actually using Streamlabs OBS to actually do like the graphics on the screen today. I do normally use Streamlabs, but I didn't have like the graphics on screen until obviously I had the two webcams set up. So that's a quick answer, but that's what I'm using. And Zahir's answered your question straight away anyway, so I'm a bit late in answering your question, I'm sorry. Beck, I want to jump on my size with that wall. You're kidding me. I'll do it if you want it. It is looking really good, isn't it? I'm loving like the colour that's coming out in it. If I just spread it out so you can see. It's really, really nice. And Zara's already kind of claimed this anyway. She saw me knitting the other evening and she was like, who are you knitting that for? And I said, well, it's quite a small size. I said, so it might fit you. And I said, did you want it? And she was like, yes, please. So I think Zara's claimed this. But yeah, so here, absolutely, if you want it in this, if you want a jumper in this colour, absolutely, I'll do it. Oh dear, I've got a tangle there. Yeah, I have. Yeah, you would look awesome in this colour, Zahir. You really would. I am so far behind. I know, Dave. I know. I've only just got to your comment that says I'm so far behind. I'm actually trying to scroll down. I'm probably missing. Well, don't look at your knitting when typing. Do you look at your keyboard? No, I can actually knit and kind of not really watch what I'm doing. That's why I'm trying to kind of keep up with the chat and kind of have a look. But then I have to kind of take my hand to move the mouse so that I can scroll down. So I am kind of trying to catch up that way. What did Alf do? Okay, I've got no clue. Really like it would be unique. Yeah, so he's got. I mean, you've seen his shirts. He when I first met him, he's got like crazy taste in shirts. Um, but yeah, he does like bold colours and yeah, I could imagine him actually walking around in something like that. I would rather dye them with bright colours. Yeah, to be quite honest, I don't tend to wear that many bright colours. Maybe in the summer, but I do like greys and blacks and what others, dark blues and things like that. That's more my kind of like colours that I like to wear. Although I will wear something bright in the summer if it suits it, but not yeah. No. Yeah, that would be interesting, Margaret, if Zahir modelled the jumper actually. That would be interesting. I'm not sure he will though. Uh, uh, is your eldest like a mini death by glamour? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Okay. And Dave says, I really want to see the Only Fools and Horses musical theatre. Yeah, I really liked Only Fools and Horses. I'm not sure about the musical theatre, if I'm honest. I'm not sure. She needs a bigger monitor. I hope not. I hope my monitor's okay. I'm quite happy with my monitor. I could actually maybe stretch out the screen a bit and then I might actually be able to see more of the chat. Um, see, I'm getting to the point where I love gummy bears. Yeah. Not heard of Telebots. Yeah. I think that's what it was called. I can't remember. Raccoons, I remember. Yeah. I think that was the name of it. That's what I used to call it anyway, the Telebots. They were like these little robots with like screens. Um, right. I am just going to finish off this row. Now, I understand if you guys want to go over and watch George Ross, because he is just starting. So go check out George Ross. I'll see if I can. If you're not following him, let me just get the. I don't know whether it's going to work, but I will put in. No, it's not going to work. It's not going to let me do it. Let me do it on YouTube then. I'll put it on YouTube because it'll let me paste here. That is a link to George Ross's channel. If you're not following him, go and check him out. He's doing a live chat which is starting now. So go over and see him do his first live. I am just rounding off here, so you are more than welcome to go over. I'm just going to finish off this line, which actually I might actually finish in a bit. I'll finish it off stream. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish the stream here because I really do want to go and see Georgia Ross is live as well. So I'm going to get off stream. Thank you to everyone that has joined me. I am so sorry. I've been so rubbish at keeping up with the chat this evening. I do apologise so much. I've been awful at keeping up with the chat. I need to get better at it, and I feel like I massively failed at keeping on track. So yep, off to George's chat. Beck, you're about 20 minutes behind in chat. I know. I caught up right at the end by scrolling down, so I've probably missed loads of chat. I do apologise. But anyway, yeah, I did paste it. Yeah, I went onto YouTube because I've got the YouTube chat just in case I can't see it because I've got the Twitch chat that I can see. So yeah, I pasted it into YouTube hopefully. Anyway, I'm going to go. Thank you to everyone that joined me this evening. Hopefully we will get through these teething problems with my sound and things like that, and muting the mic and all of that stuff. And I will see you on Tuesday, hopefully, if you're around. If not, have a good week, and I will see you next time. Bye.